And you structured the book around a five-step framework for leading a manufacturing organization that you call the align process. Can you break that down a little bit for us? Maybe tell us what each of these steps means in
Yeah,
align.
so it's yeah. Thank you for the question. That the
Sure.
align is ALIGN,
Hmm.
and A is aim from the heart, and that's really what is the direction of this business or this division. You know, I find that the leader needs to have what we call a compelling business direction. They need to be really inspired by what they're trying to do with the business in order to be able to inspire the employees as well. And so A is about getting a very clear direction that's coming from the heart so that you feel inspired every day. Then L is lead with the front line. And that's what we've been talking around. It's like, how do you get ownership, buy-in, accountability, all of those critical factors that you need throughout the organization. So you've got this clear direction, but then you want everybody to be able to buy into the action plan on how we get there. So that's the L, lead with the front line. I is inspire with information. And information is all around having the right metrics. So as you take this path forward, how does your team know that they're on the right path? You know, and when they need to pivot and do other things. And so with the right metrics in there, and what I like is the idea of a personal best culture. So I like individuals to be setting their own metrics and then challenging themselves to do better each day. And so this is, if you like, it's a KPI or key performance indicators, but a personal KPI that I set for myself. But that's all around getting the right information there and then getting it back into the hands of people so that they can keep moving in the right direction. So that's ALI, and then the G is give, help, and support. And this is, you know, one of the other critical factors of the leader is that in every business that I've been to, I believe that the employees want to do a good job, but quite often they're not being given the help and support in order to be able to do that. And sometimes that help is a new tool. Sometimes it's a different method. Sometimes it's a perspective from outside. You know, sometimes it's just someone to listen to their idea. But when people are moving in a direction, into that compelling business direction, there's times when they're going to need help and support. And the job of the leadership is to make sure that they're getting that help and support. So that's the G. And then the N is nurture with feedback and recognition. And nurturing sometimes, you know, it's like, oh, really? Do I really need to nurture my people? You know, shouldn't they're getting paid to do the job anyway, right? Shouldn't they just be happy with that and be getting on with it? But I've never found anybody in an organization be over-recognized. And, you know, it's one of those things that we tend to hold back recognition in case, you know, people get too full of themselves and then they don't perform again in the future. But what I much prefer to do is catch people doing things right and then help them to do things right more often. And that's part of what I call nurturing with feedback and recognition. And so that's the align process, ALIGN. And what we found is that as we put that, and it's a hierarchy of a step-by-step process. So you really need to have a very foundational step of knowing where you're going before you start building the plan. And you need to have a good plan before you know what the right metrics are, right? So it's a step-by-step process that when you put it in place, we've seen that the results are exponentially better.